What's up guys, I'm Dev Gospel, and in this video I will be uploading a document to my AWS S3 Bucket. So without further ado, let's dive into the codes. So I have two commands running. First of all, I have my front end, and my front end is basically a Next.js application, and I configured it to run on port 3000. And I have my backend is pure Node.js, so I'll be querying MongoDB. Now, I'll start from my backend. First of all, I have created an AWS S3 bucket. And so if you don't have one, you can head over to aws.amazon.com and get yourself an S3 bucket. So I have my access key and I have my secret key and my bucket name. So this is necessary for the upload. So in my backend, in my controllers, so I'm basically uploading a document and attaching the string of my uploaded document, the link to a schema. So, so basically, this is the function that uploads the document to my S3 bucket. So, as you can see here, I'm awaiting upload to S3, the functionality. Now, this upload to S3 was imported into this file. So this is it, upload to S3. Okay, and it's found in my middleware, like in file S3. So it's a config. So if I should control click on this, so I'm taken to my upload to S3 functionality. So you can see I'm making use of the AWS credentials over here. So this is my access key, my secret key, and my region of my AWS. All those are present in my .env file. So basically, I'm using Multer to upload this file. You give it an extension name, and so the name will be something like this. The original name is the dots and the function. And so these are the parameters I'm making use of for my AWS: the buckets, the key, the body, the content type. And I also commented this out because currently AWS prevents public read. If I should uncomment this to give an error. So I'll just leave that for now. So I'll achieve this making use of the double post requests. So in my controllers, this is the endpoint that uploads the file and it returns, as you can see, upload to S3. Then attach it to this constant S3 results. Then I'll attach the location of the link, because when I upload it to AWS, it will return a link for the uploaded documents. So to access it is the constant dot location. So it's a functionality. It's embedded in the document, this constant that was assigned from the AWS functionality. So I assign that link to this constant file URL, and then I save the file URL in my schema, my AWS in my SSOP. So the name of the document is SSOP. So when it's saved, it returns this file URL. It basically returns the link. So for these SSOP documents, SSOP sanitation, um, sanitation standard operating procedure. Yeah. So it's just a guide for creating basically a kind of function as a document. So the document is a work order. So what's a work order? Work order is basically a kind of a cleaning document that shows you how to clean the procedures in cleaning in a facility or what have you. So this is the first post request which I'm making, and then for the main thing, which is the work order, it's also here. This is second post request. So when I upload to SSOP, I will generate a string, and then I'll return this string here and attach it to the schema in this work order. So in my schema, I have a schema, and if I should go to my models, like I said, this is a Next.js. The backend is in Node.js. So I will look for my schema, my models, sorry. So this is a middleware models. So I have I'm working with two models here. First is the SSOP. So it contains this field fileURL. So the fileURL will be saved in this SSOP schema for every document, and then the for the work order. So I have a lot of schemas here. But this is the one I'm working with. So a PDF field. So basically, this type is a string. So the link, that string is a link to the document which I upload. So as you know, this is TypeScript I'm working with, and that is all to it. Then finally, my routes, my endpoints. So this is just a task in a big project which I'm working on. So I'll go back to my endpoint, my work order. So in my routes, these are my endpoints. So this is the first post request I will make it. I'll upload the file to AWS, and this is second. I'll create the work order and attach the link to it. So as I perform an example, you see how it works. So but before I proceed, there's a middleware here, and what it does, you make use of Multer to um, to to configure the file in which I'm uploading. So it takes a field. This is basically Multer taking a field for my uploads, and this functionality was imported. So if I control click, I can access Multer in my middleware. So this is my Multer config, and this defines the kind of file which I want. So let's say I want a PDF. So I've defined my type here, just a PDF application only. So if any other document you upload, it will say to return this error. Only PDFs are allowed. So then I exported the function. And back to my front end, this is my front end. So in my front end, for the first post request, I'll create a FormData object and then assign the field documents to it, and the field is in this file. So the field in which I get to select the document, and this is it. So the ID documents is named documents. So with this, I'm only able to select a PDF file to make it easier for the users, make it more user friendly. So when I select whatever document I select is being stored and it's being accessed over here, and then I'll append the value of documents field form data, and then I'll send my form data to this function SSOP function. And this SSOP function was actually imported from one of my hooks. So it's a hook I created, and as you can see over, head to the top, you can see sorry. So this is the hook. It's a function inside the hook. So the hook, the main hook, the hook actually is this useUpload. So I'm importing two functions from it: the button loader and the useUpload, and the SSOP document. Sorry. So this useUpload was imported from the hook, as you can see here. useUpload from hook. So if I should go to my hooks, useUpload hooks, I can see a lot of functions here. So I'm just making use of this useUpload. And so the first of all, I take my base URL, which is this next public URL. Then we can find this in my NextJS config. So this is my public URL. So my backend is running on this port, and so this entirely is the public URL. So back to my codes. Let's see back to the hook. So in my use uploads, so a lot of router, Next.js router, all of them use state. A lot of hooks are imported to make this work. And so I'm basically making a post request with Axios on this to this endpoint. So if I should go to my Postman, this is the full um, endpoint. So as you can see, I uploaded documents just using Postman and went. This was the string in which I got. So this string I want to attach to the SSOP document field and the schema for the SSOP, and then my work order, I'll attach this string to a field in this schema type. So now I'll proceed. So basically, I create a constant response, and then I get it. Whatever I get, I assign after making this post request. I assign it to this file URL, and then at the end of the day, I return. Make sure I return it. I return this the string. So when I upload to AWS with this endpoint, post request to that endpoint, I'll get this file URL if there's no error. And so that file URL is being retrieved in my front end. Yeah, still in my front end. And as you can see, response. So it awaits. So when this function runs, it will return that file URL and assign it to the response. Now, this response is, so that concludes the end of the first post request. Then this response will contain a link for the uploaded document, and I'll attach this response to this field as it defined in my work order field, PDF field. So with that, I'm good to go. So that's the flow of all I'm gonna do. So then this contains other fields that is related to the work order. So this is the functionality for the work order. So this new data, I'm going to pass it to this function. As you can see, this function is also imported. Yeah, as you can see here, I control click from this hook. So create work order is imported from this hook. Use work order. So when I click on use work order, I'll see it over here. So this is the use work order, and if I should search for, this is a very big project, so there's a lot of things that have to be in place. So this is the create WO. So this is the endpoints. Postman, if I check Postman. So this is the full and this is not, this shouldn't be, it should be something like this, work order. Yeah, so it will be something like this. So this, let's do it my sorry, this would be my public URL, while this will be the one with that part that contains the upload to create a work order. So basically, let me go to my UI. So test test it out. So I'm connected, as you can see, I'm connected to my database in my .m file. Sorry, to my backend. This is my backend. Yep. So in my .m file, a lot of credentials. So I'm connected to my MongoDB QRI, and there's a config for that as well. So if you're finding it difficult to connect to your MongoDB, I have a video on that. You can check it out as well. So I'll head over to the main thing. So there are many fields for the main document which I'm creating. So I'll say a test. Let's say a demo. Let's demo work order. So this is basically a facility that has rooms. So I'll select a room. Now select on these rooms they have what we call assets, items to be cleaned. Select a clean type and give it a duration. So all these fields are required: start dates, end dates, give it a time. So depending on your kind of application you're creating, you can apply this to your work. So I select. So as you can see, when I click on that field, I can only see a PDF. It only accepts PDF files. So I click on that, so I can see I've selected the file, and then the rest field that are required. So when I click on save, oh boy, so the SSOP just that's the first post request. It just went through, and then the work order was created. So I'll wait for it to load. While I wait for it, if I should go to my backend, I should see, okay, I can see that the work order I created was actually created, yeah. And so this the name demo work order, and so this one I'm interested in. This is the PDF field, and so this is the string of the file I just uploaded. So a custom name is given to it, and that link was actually gotten from my first post request and added to this field from the second post request. And if I head back to my file, it's still loading. Okay, so I haven't worked on the UI for viewing the created work order with the SSOP document. So that's what I'll be doing in the next video. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, you can be free to pour them out. I'll be glad to answer any questions. Thank you.